On this show, we cover some sensitive topics.
Though the obituaries may be outlandish, the people are real.
Names have been changed or omitted in order to respect both the deceased and the survived by.
While death is no laughing matter, some petty last words can provide some pretty entertaining comic relief.
Welcome to Obituary. Welcome back to Obituary. I'm Spencer Henry.
And I'm Madison Reyes.
And guess who's sick this week? Oops.
Oopsie.
Oops, girl. I'm sorry.
You know, we will never not be delusional. And last week, I was on the phone with Spencer.
This was before we recorded even, I think.
Oh, I think so.
I think it was on like Wednesday night you called me and you were like, oh, you just don't sound good. I'm on all these vitamins.
Well, I've started this like vitamin routine because of my sister, because she never gets sick and she takes all these vitamins. And so I knew I fucking sounded annoying, but I loved it. And I was like, yeah, like I don't know. I just haven't gotten sick. Like this routine is just really working for me. And then a couple days later, it hit.
Well, we recorded Thursday. You also had a friend over on Friday.
She's sick too.
She's sick. Our trainer. Okay, so I go to the gym this week after I'm starting to feel better. And I always text our trainer like, I have a cold right now. And he's usually just like, I don't care, come in. So I went in and sure enough, he's sick as hell.
He's the... You
he's
know what?
gotten us sick.
If he's listening,
yeah, you know what
you
you
are
did.
the culprit.
You are the culprit because he's gotten us sick like 3 different times. And the reason we don't stay away from each other when we're sick is...
Well, it's inevitable.
Yeah, like we're going to get... It's like when you live with like a spouse. It's like, of course, like if they're sick, you're probably going to get sick.
Yeah.
But like...
And I'd honestly rather get sick than have to Zoom the podcast.
Yeah, that's how committed we are, you guys.
Well, because it's just not the same. I mean, we'll do it if we have to, but
yeah,
it's not the same.
Well, and I'm just now feeling like 100% today, but
I'm feeling about 30%, girl. No, I'm like 40%.
I told you, I was like, do you want to just Zoom it in? And you said, nope.
No,
You
I don't
said-
even know where my microphone is at home.
You said-
And all the cords, remember, everything always goes wrong.
Yeah, no, it's better. We're better in person.
We're better in person. Yeah, being able to like see each other's expression.
But we also love doing this show so much. And that's a true fucking testament out there because we could not.
Girl, there are no sick days.
Yeah, we do not take sick days.
No.
We would. I mean, obviously when I was in the ICU.
Barely, bitch. Okay, you guys, he kept calling me from his hospital bed. Like, we had meetings and stuff that week, and we had a show that week. And he kept saying, like, I'll take the meeting. I'll take it. I'm like, absolutely not. You're not going to take it, and we're not going to do this live show because you literally can't.
I was like dying. I'm like, okay, but let me get on that call real quick. I can't turn my camera on, but no, but we just love it. I don't know. Well, plus we're going to hang out anyway. And well.
Oh, well.
Fucking
Put a
well.
microphone in front of us. Okay.
Well, it's been extra hectic because I am moving.
It's been extra sad.
Exciting.
Very exciting.
But also for us personally, devastating. Devastating.
But
We'll talk about it on Patreon.
okay.
But I'm moving in with the champ.
Yes.
I'll say that.
So that is the exciting part.
Yeah, we're moving in together.
The sad part is you won't be down the street from me. But we'll talk about it more on.
Yeah, we'll talk about it on Patreon, more about the logistics and what happened. But I'm so fucking excited. I'm moving next weekend, and it's been like literally it's been nonstop. Like we got home from Boston, hosted Halloween. I went to SF the next weekend for like a family thing, and then came home and I was like, fuck, I need to pack. Like I gotta pack. But then of course I got hit with this sickness, and so I've been like sick trying to fucking pack this goddamn house.
And this is the time that you said you're like, oh, after this trip, like I'm going to have so much free time. I'm going to be able to like do home stuff.
Well, we've
Honey,
been laughing.
You're moving.
I'm moving. We've been laughing because
At everything, actually.
at everything because we're just assholes. But like we always talk about how since 4th of July, there hasn't been really a free weekend. And that just doesn't seem to be ending. I was like, even this weekend, I was like,
It's not going to
this
stop.
weekend will be chill. I'm like, it's not. It just never ends.
You get the keys this weekend.
Yeah, we get the keys tomorrow.
Oh, it's so exciting.
I'm excited. And I already told him last night we were having dinner and I was like, yeah, so, and then Saturday I'll probably have Madison come see the house. He's like, okay.
I love it. I mean, I've seen
like-
pictures of the house and it is so cool.
Oh, such a good vibe, you guys. I can't wait for you. It's the coolest looking house I've ever lived in.
So fits you, all of your furniture.
Uh-huh.
And remember I said this house is sexy.
She did. She said it's a sexy house. Moving is emotional. You start looking through all your things and like memories and like photos and all that shit that you're just like, oh my God.
And I think what this house represented for you, like there's emotions, you know,
Yeah.
like leaving that, but it's so happy.
I know.
too.
It's a happy move.
Yeah. No, of course. And this new house is, if you had to leave this house, you would want to move into that house.
Yes.
Because this house is such a cool house, but that house is equally as cool.
Well, what I'm devastated about, which I keep telling you every day, is I can't believe I won't have a pool anymore. Because the house I'm in right now has a pool and a hot tub, and you guys better fucking believe I utilize the hell out of both of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm just a fish.
Uh-huh.
So.
Well, you can get like a blow-up pool or...
No.
That's how we do.
I know, girl. It's sad. But yeah, so I feel like it hasn't even been like a crazy week because there's nothing to talk about because I've been packing. We've been sick.
Uh-huh.
But let me tell you, nothing will make you more grateful for being healthy than when you're sick.
We say it every time.
Like, I can't believe,
Yeah.
like, I'm never going to take it for granted when I feel good.
I know.
You know, when that gratitude creeps in is the second I start feeling sick and I'm like, oh, I'm so happy to be healthy and not be getting sick. Well, that's the delusion of it all because we both refuse to admit we're sick ever until it's like undeniable.
I know.
You'll like call me and you'll sneeze 3 times or something and I'll go, uh-oh. And you'll be like, allergies. It's allergies.
Allergy. I think I need to change the AC filter.
She'll be like, you sound congested. I'm like, no, I just sound like that normally.
It sucks.
Dude, getting sick is the worst because especially all you want to do is look, being sick as an adult sucks.
Yeah.
Because if I had no responsibilities, if I could just lay in bed for a week,
Oh my God.
I would love it.
Yeah. Yeah. I turn into a big baby.
Huge baby.
Huge baby.
Yeah, she's like
Yeah. But
emotional.
I'm alone this weekend, which will be nice. Cisco's away on business. Actually, really, this week.
For once, my God.
So I'm just going to
Rot.
Just rot. Oh, yeah. I want to play video games.
Okay.
Maybe I'll do that. I don't know.
I also have to say that I just had so much fun working on this week's episode because my coffin spinner is very different than anything we have ever done before.
Anything anybody's ever seen. More wonderful than anything.
Is that your Trump impression? It's the biggest, most exciting coffin spinner everyone has ever seen ever. Everybody's saying it's the best. Nobody could replicate it.
Only Rosie O'Donnell would like it. I mean, would hate it.
Huge. Okay, it's astronomical. Everybody's saying it's just
Probably the biggest, everybody's saying, biggest they've ever seen.
Kamala. Kamala. You're not gonna like this one.
Lion Kamala.
You're not gonna. You're not gonna like this one.
It's fake news.
We're just seeing so much shit.
Dude.
Dude, Let's not go there.
We just did.
No, you know who I do miss is Joan Rivers, and it was just like the 10-year anniversary of her passing.
Oh, she's still alive.
Where is she,
You seen
girl?
those videos of that woman?
No.
Girl, Joan might still be alive.
No. She needs to come back. I miss her.
I know on YouTube they have all of her like in the closet.
Did you wait? Hold on. Did you watch the fucking Martha Stewart documentary?
Oh, I didn't.
What?
Not yet, but you need to watch The Substance.
Okay, don't tell me what I need to watch when I'm telling you what to watch. You need to watch the Martha Stewart thing. Everyone's told you. It's so fucking good. You need to watch it tonight. All of you Geoffs, you need to watch the Martha Stewart documentary because in it, it plays part of her roast from Comedy Central Roast, you know? And it's so fucking good. I just love her so much.
Okay.
You watch it and you're like, love her.
Love her. Okay.
You have to.
All right, I will. Maybe I'll, yeah.
She's fucking savage in it. Like, she talks about a reporter and is like, oh, she's dead now. And thank God nobody has to read that trash.
Just real.
Real.
Okay, I like
Fucking
that.
love it. You should watch it tonight. It's a good, like, while you're sick, too, it'd be a
While I'm
great
sick.
comfort watch.
I made pozole yesterday.
Uh-huh.
I'll sit with a big bowl of it and
Just get down.
just get down, man.
Get down in Martha Town.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
In other breaking news, we've got some assholes to talk about.
Wait, did anything happen in the news?
Let me rack my... I just made that noise, which I shouldn't have done, because now Hot Dog's looking at me, because that's the noise I make. I have like a bit I do with Hot Dog.
Uh-huh. Oh.
Yeah, I do that, and then I say, do I know anyone in this room?
Well, you're still doing it. She's looking at you.
I'm like, who would want to go on a WALK? And she loves it every time, jumps up and down, does like a little dance. She just can't get enough of it.
We thought someone was outside with a whistle earlier.
It was her.
We're sitting next to her too. And she did it so covert, like she can throw her voice.
Well, it's because you were having her howl with you.
I know.
And then she was like still making noises afterwards. Okay, listen. Anyway, assholes, can we move on, please?
Let's do it.
Okay. This first one says, am I the asshole for yelling at my aunt after she let my parents see my kids?
Okay.
26-year-old male, I'm bisexual. And when
Why
I would...
does that have anything to do with it?
Well, can I fucking tell the
Okay.
story? Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
Okay, what? And when I was 15, I was dating one of my soccer teammates who was an abusive piece of shit who outed me to my homophobic parents after I worked up the nerve to leave him. They subsequently kicked me out and I survived in the streets for almost 2 years until my aunt found out about me when she came home from tour and took me in. She helped me get back in school and graduate and then get to college. There, I met my wife and we have twin boys, 4-year-old males.
Is his aunt famous?
It says tour, and I don't know if it's tour like that or if it's tour like...
Oh, like military?
Yeah,
maybe?
like
Okay.
service. It says, my dad found out he was dying of cancer. He and my mom have been trying to get back in touch with me to reconcile and meet their grandkids. I've rejected them so far, even though my aunt urges me to try to reconnect. I told her no, because mind you, his parents kicked him out
Yeah.
when he was a teenager, because I don't want them near my boys. Me and my wife went out for our anniversary on Saturday, and my aunt was watching the kids. My wife wasn't feeling well, and we decided to call it an early night, and I forgot to call my aunt before we got there. I pull up, and I notice my parents' car. Confused, we get out and go in, and there's my parents playing with my sons in the living room. To say I was furious is an understatement. I immediately asked what the hell's going on. My wife tried to calm me down to no avail. She takes the boys to the car. My parents start talking about how they just wanted to meet them, and I yell at them to get out. My aunt says I'm not being fair to them. They've tried to apologize for what happened. I yell at her that it wasn't her place to let them and how it hurt seeing them. I yell at her about how our family basically excommunicated me when I came out, and she starts crying, explaining that they just showed up at her house, which no, they didn't. She starts saying she wished she made up with her brother, my dad, and grandparents years ago, and if she had the chance, I'm being selfish knowing my dad is dying. I didn't know what to say after that and just left. My wife says I was being unfair to my aunt if they did just show up, and maybe my aunt's right. She also thinks I shouldn't have yelled at her like that after all she did for me. Am I the asshole here?
I don't think you're the asshole. I think you lived on the street for 2 years and
Because your parents
because your
kicked Kicked you
parents
out.
were excommunicated you,
Uh-huh.
I think you have every right to be upset. If they did just show up, the aunt got put in a weird position. I get that. It's really more of the parents' fault for not respecting you or your boundaries.
Right.
And I also would wonder, because his parents are homophobic, if he was married to a male and had kids with him, if they would be so interested
Uh-huh.
in meeting their grandkids.
Yeah, just fuck off.
Fuck
Just because
off.
you're dying.
Sorry. I mean,
Have that realization beforehand.
yeah, that's tough because the aunt did so much for him, and I think she just got put in a bad situation and was trying to diffuse
I think
everything.
forgive the aunt for sure. But also what she did was wrong, because what are the chances they just showed up while he was gone out for the night?
Yeah, that's sneaky.
That's what makes me not believe it. That's
Yeah.
the hole in there.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And then the second one says, am I the asshole for telling my dad I won't join him for the anniversary of my mom's death if my half siblings are there?
Okay.
My mom died almost a year ago. She had cancer for 3 years. Her death was really hard for me, 16, female, but what made things even worse was I felt like my half siblings, 23 and 25, were giddy about the fact my mom died.
What?
She was their stepmom for 20 years. They lost their mom 13 years ago, and I know how much they still miss her. They would always get really on edge on the anniversary of her death, and I even saw them cry a few times. They never liked me seeing that, though. They'd tell me to get lost. My half siblings used to blame my mom for their mom's death. They said it should have been my mom instead of their mom. I get that they were kids, so I'm not going to say I hate them for feeling that way, but I think the hatred for my mom living longer than theirs stayed. I remember they never came to see my mom when she was sick, and they weren't here when she died, and when they showed up, they seemed so happy. They acted like it wasn't really a big deal. I could hear them laughing and giggling while Dad and I were going through funeral plans. A couple of relatives said it seemed so disrespectful for them to seem so joyful around us, and how they could not hold it in given Dad and I had lost Mom. Others thought they should at least look like they cared a little, but then I also heard them laugh off someone who tried to offer them sympathy at the funeral, saying Mom wasn't anything to them and they didn't care.
Oh, fuck them.
And this is a 16-year-old writing this about two people who are in their mid-20s.
Wow.
A few weeks after the funeral, they had taken down all traces of my mom from their places, and they were warning my dad they had photoshopped her out of the photos they posted online because now that she's gone, they can make them look like how they wanted. Dad
Evil.
was hurt, and they argued evil, but now Dad's trying to talk them into joining us for her anniversary coming up. They already said no and said they have nothing to grieve and that they don't miss her, but my dad still wants us to be together as a family. I told him I won't be there if they are, that I'm not about to spend the day with people who seem like they're glad my mom's dead. I said she isn't their mom, but she is mine. I love and miss her, and I don't want to be around people who show so much joy that she's gone. And my dad told me he needs me and that we should all be together, but I said no to that. Am I the asshole?
No, and this is giving Cinderella.
Yeah.
It's giving the Grimm brothers
Yep.
version.
How about your
And they
fucking
need to get
sibling-
their eyes pecked out
and cut their toes off?
and their heels. Yeah.
Fuck them.
Evil.
Because even if, okay, say her mom, just for the story here, say the mom was a evil stepmom bitch. Mm-hmm. That's not this 16-year-old girl's fault.
Right.
So have some empathy for her at least.
Uh-huh. Show a little
Especially because
decorum.
you know how it feels.
But even at a funeral, like, even if I were evil, okay? Show a little bit of, I'm going to play the game so I don't look like an asshole.
Yeah.
These two girls are trash.
Evil. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Absolute trash. And I hate them.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Fuck them.
Fuck them.
And you know what? You should say, I'm glad your mom's dead.
Ooh.
I'd say, I wish I could have laughed when your mom died.
Yeah, but I didn't get the chance to, so I will now. Okay.
You got a listener email?
I do. It says, "Hey girlies, I'm Sue. Yes, you can use my name. And I've got a hilariously fucked up story to tell you.
Perfect.
I wasn't sure it was long enough or a worthy story to tell, but it lives rent-free in my head, so I would love to share with someone that might find it funny too. That being said, I feel like if this had happened to any other family, there would be heads rolling. But my family is twisted, so here we are. My dad passed away in November of 2023. It was expected. Long life of alcohol alcoholism. We were surprised his liver clutched on to life as long as it did. So when we heard the infamous death rattle, we knew it was time. We did the whole contacting family and hospice thing. I sat by his side and gently explained his other daughter, my half-sister, was being a thunder cunt and refused to come say goodbye. So he could go when Elvis and Grandma came for him. About 30 minutes later, he left. Then came the 5-hour wait for someone from hospice to come call time of death. That's a whole different story. So finally, around midnight, we were able to call the funeral home for transport. Here's the point where I want to add a short side bitch because people are such assholes when someone dies. My aunt, his sister, is the only one from his extended family that showed up. After my dad passed and was laying cold in his bed, that bitch thought it was Pirates of the Caribbean and started pillaging his room when I went out for a cigarette. Mind you, this man has a wife, my mom, 2 biological daughters, a stepdaughter, a stepson, 8 grandchildren, and 2 great-grandchildren. He was dad to stepkids for 47 years at this point. She started loading up her car with Elvis memorabilia and his vintage car collection. She left with a velvet Elvis painting and a couple of t-shirts. You're welcome. PSA, stop being assholes when people pass away, you greedy bastards. Okay, on to the good part. Funeral home says they will be there in about an hour. They sent one guy who was like 5'5" and 100 pounds. I already knew this wouldn't be good. My dad wasn't a small man. He had quite the beer belly happening. Since it was 1 a.m. by that point, the only people that remained was my elderly mother, my sister, and myself. He was already sweating profusely just getting the gurney into the house empty. Okay, wait. Wait. He was standing there looking at me, then looking at my dad, then rubbing his head.
Like, ooh, I'm going to do this one.
I asked him, would you like me to call my husband to help? His face lit up like a fat kid with an unlimited budget at the ice cream shop. Oh, God. And exclaimed, yes, please. So my husband comes and everything is going as planned. The body recovery agent is very soft-spoken and polite. He respectfully asked if he could cover his face or if I preferred he left it exposed. What if he's talking about himself? I replied, you can cover it. I don't think it'll kill him to not breathe that short distance. Don't judge. Humor is my way of coping. So the 2 guys somehow get the gurney and dad down the hallway to the front door. That's where it begins.
Oh, no.
My parents lived in a mobile home, so when you walk out the door, you have maybe a 3-foot wide porch and a sharp left turn down the stairs. So this is where visual is everything, but I'll try my best to paint the picture. They try making the turn and nope. They try lifting him above the railing and almost dumped him on the pavement below. We moved the steps out about 1.5 feet and they almost fell into the gap. It was a complete shit show at that point. So the guy decides we gotta stand him up.
Oh, no.
My husband kind of looked over at me and said, so we're going to recreate Weekend at Bernie's now, huh? They left him on the gurney as they stood him straight up.
Oh, my God.
My husband in front and the agent in back, and they started to do a side-to-side walkout. At this point, my husband was belly to belly and face to face with my dad. Ask that man because I don't know how he did it. All I could say was, bet you're glad I opted to have his face covered now, huh? Anyways, that's my story, bitches. Hope it made you laugh and secretly mortified you a little the way it did me.
You know what? I just fucking love those moments because it's just so real. It's just so real.
Shit you never think about.
Yeah.
You know? They had to stand him up. God, I'm sure that happens a lot, though. Like, you just got to do what you got to do.
Well, yeah, not everyone's in, like, a convenient location.
Yeah. And mobile homes aren't made with coffin corners.
No.
You know? So, who knows?
Who knows?
I loved
They
that
know.
story
You
so much.
stand him up.
They stood him up and he was great.
Will the real Slim Shady please stand up?
Oh, God. Well,
Wow.
I'm up first this week, which means you should have a side bitch.
And I do, and I feel like it's for us. This is from December 28th, 1893, the Nelson Gazette from Nelson, Nebraska. And it says, floating lunatic asylum.
Floating?
2 maniacs die on board the Pacific Mail steamer Rio de Janeiro. San Francisco, December 19th. The Pacific Mail steamer Rio de Janeiro, which arrived yesterday from China, was a floating lunatic asylum during the voyage. It brought the corpse of American Consul General Alfred D. Jones of Shanghai, who died 7 days after leaving port a raving maniac. And it also brought Purser J.H. Mahar, late of the steamer Peru, who was also violently insane.
My God. A floating lunatic asylum?
Put us out to sea and fucking see
That
what
scares
happens.
me.
You know we'd just be losing it. You know we'd still have a good time.
What? We were talking about today if we ever had to go to therapy together.
Oh,
How?
we couldn't keep it together.
Because we've said, like, if we ever encounter any issues, like, yes,
We'll do it.
we'll do it. But we don't need it. But
No, our communication is perfect.
our communication is too good. But we were laughing, sitting, like, imagine we're having to sit there and a therapist comes in and she, like, got a new haircut or something.
Yeah, we wouldn't be
Be
able
like-
to keep it together. Like, oh, she tried that. Okay.
Okay, girl.
Okay.
What?
Highlights. Okay.
Or it's like the kidnapper thing. It's like,
Oh my God, yeah. Like when you see those memes that are like,
Like when
me
my
and my
best-
best friend. If they said something weird or like,
we'd be like, ooh.
okay, girl. They'd rue the fucking day.
I know.
Kidnapping us would be the biggest mistake you can make.
They'd bring us back
Quick.
quick.
Okay, well, that's that. So now we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to hear what had you spinning in your coffin this week.
Alrighty.
We'll be right back. And we're back. What had you spinning in your coffin this week?
All right. So this week I was inspired by an article I saw recently about Cleopatra's tomb.
Okay. What
Okay.
is there an update?
There's an update, and I know I sound so fucking dumb saying this, but I feel like maybe in the last few years, I finally realized that Cleopatra is a real historical figure and not just a movie.
Okay, Cleopatra lived closer to the moon landing than she did to the pyramids being constructed.
What?
Isn't that wild?
Girl, you got me all fucked up. I don't know about any of this.
So we went to the moon, Madison.
In the 60s.
Yeah, she lived closer to that time than she did to when the pyramids were constructed. But I think we always think of her as like being around during
With
that
the
time.
pyramids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Time is just a construct.
It's not real, and I can't think about it too much because, like, the champ will tell me things sometimes, and I'll call Madison, and I'll be like, did you know? And then we'll talk about it for, like, 5 minutes, and then I'm like, I can't think about that. He tells me stuff sometimes that I'm like, so I don't know what that means or how to comprehend that, so I need you to stop.
Well, you told me the other day, you said, isn't that crazy to think like our lives statistically are half over? And I'm like, bitch, fuck you. Don't say that.
You were like, no, they're not.
I'm going to live till 160.
They say evil never dies.
It's true. God doesn't want me, and the devil doesn't either, girl.
Sure don't. Okay, now tell me about Cleopatra.
But Cleopatra
Give me the Cleopatras.
coming at ya. That was a good one. Okay, Cleopatra was that bitch. Okay?
Oh, that's known. A black bob eyeliner. You can't fuck with it.
Blue eyeshadow.
Oh.
I mean, that all might just be Elizabeth Taylor, her version, which is who I think of when I think of Cleopatra, which is not
It's
okay.
biblically accurate.
I mean, I don't know, but she was the last ruler of one of Egypt's dynasty that I cannot pronounce. She spoke
Try it.
Potomac.
Ptolemaic sounds great.
Okay, we love that. She spoke a ton of different languages and she was a political genius, okay? If we were really to get into her life, it would take hours and hours. So I just want to get into the facts so that we can get into this article that I found.
Okay.
Her last romantic lover was Mark Anthony, a lot like J-Lo. You know, I went to a Mark Anthony concert.
Anthony.
Oh, you're right.
But keep it, girl. Just like J-Lo.
Okay. What even is this?
Okay, going back.
Welcome to history with me.
They're going to write books about us.
Okay.
Okay.
So her last romantic lover was Mark.
Mark A.
And he was a general in Rome, and their alliance and relationship united Egypt with a little part of Rome. However, there was this battle called the Battle of Actium, which was between the future emperor of Augustus, his name was Octavian, and the combined forces of Cleopatra and Mark A. Octavian won.
And went on to star in Ma, one of our favorite movies. Octavian Spencer.
Girl.
We should be high school teachers.
All fucked up, girl.
Hey, listen, we're going to give you the facts. We don't know which ones, but if they're real, but we'll tell you something.
You'll get it. You'll
Okay,
get it.
so she's with Mark, and then she has a thing with Octavia.
No.
Nope.
No. Okay, first of all, she was with Julius Caesar and they had a baby together, but then he died and whatever. So she gets with Mark Antony.
Nepo baby.
Yeah. She gets with Mark Antony and he's a Roman general. And so their little allegiance to each other unites like a little part of Rome
With Egypt.
With Egypt, but there's a bigger battle, the Battle of Actium. The general in that was Octavian or whatever, because Rome tries to conquer Egypt. So Cleopatra and Mark Antony lose the Battle of Actium, and they're like, all right, fuck, we got to get out of here. Like, Octavian is going to come over here and kill us. Like, we have to get out of here. The battle, I think, was in Greece or something. They're like, we need to go back to Egypt. So Cleopatra and Mark flee back to Egypt and went into hiding, but they didn't go into hiding together. They still had different jobs that they had to do. Apparently, Octavian went to invade Egypt, and Cleopatra knew that her time was limited before he would basically parade her around like a war trophy. So she sends a letter to Mark saying that she's going to kill herself. And by this time, she locks herself in a tomb. And so Mark gets this letter and sees that Cleopatra killed herself or is going to kill herself. So he's like, fuck. So he kills himself or tries to by falling on a sword.
Oh, it's like Romeo and Juliet.
It's so Romeo and Juliet. So Mark is dying, but he doesn't die right away. And he is taken to the tomb where Cleopatra supposedly had locked herself in and supposedly like killed herself in, but actually she was alive. And so he dies right next to her, but she's still alive.
Damn.
So Antony dies in that tomb and Cleopatra gets captured by Octavian. Cleopatra is like, okay, well, fuck you. I'm not going to let you parade me around, and finally kills herself. Historians say that she most likely used an asp, which is like a poisonous cobra, to bite her in the chest.
Wow.
So that like she'd die like that. Other people say it was just some sort of poisoning, but I think the asp thing is cool.
Oh, so dramatic.
So dramatic. Anyway, Octavian was nice enough to have her buried with Mark Antony in the same tomb, but that tomb was never found, though, purposely, because Cleopatra, I guess, did not want her tomb to be found because she was afraid that the Romans would desecrate it. Which
Wait, how old was she when she died?
she was late 30s, I believe 38.
Okay.
Okay, which brings me back to why I'm even talking about her. We are incredibly close to finding this tomb. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, to be honest, because remember we talked about the curse of King Tut a while back?
Stop digging them up.
They don't want to be found. So earlier this year, Kathleen Martinez of University of Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic started excavations under a temple in Egypt called the Taposiris Magna Temple. What they found is said to be a, quote, geometric miracle. And I guess Kathleen has...
I've also been described as a geometric miracle.
Ooh, that's a good compliment.
Oh, you're just so... He's got that geometric thing about him.
Yeah. That is like scientifically like the best looking people are like...
Symmetrical.
Oh, not geometrical.
Not symmetrical, girl. I'm more geometrical. I am not symmetrical, girl. I got one eye up here, one down the other, and just different. My nose.
Oh my God.
Different directions.
2 different faces on my head.
Yeah, like cover one half of my face.
Yeah.
It's so different than the other half.
So crazy.
Yeah. Sorry, society. We're not your beauty standards.
Yeah, girl, I'm 2-faced.
You, girl.
Okay, so Kathleen has been there for years and years and years, like trying to find this tomb. But yeah, earlier this year, they were excavating underneath that temple. They found, this is crazy, they found dug 13 meters below, which is almost 43 feet, 13 meters. So they dug 43 feet below and found a 2-meter tall tunnel. And the tunnel is about 4,000 feet long, girl.
What?
Okay.
I love a secret tunnel.
Me too. Some of the tunnel is submerged underwater, but there has been like pottery found, alabaster head, like artifacts found there. So this tunnel definitely leads to something. And all the professionals are talking, and they're pretty sure that it could be Cleopatra and Mark Antony's tomb.
Let us come look.
I know. I would love to. Actually, no, because I feel like curses and I believe that King Tut curse.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
But this story got me thinking about other missing grave sites and like how many graves are missing, how many other historical figures were buried, but we don't know where. It's so exciting to think about. Maybe your house is sitting on top of someone famous or something. You never know.
You never know.
So I have a couple examples. First, we have Jimmy Hoffa. He is a well-known American figure amongst labor unions and very well-known in pop culture. I think one of the most recent representations of him is The Irishman. Remember that movie, Martin Scorsese?
Yes. Yeah.
Al Pacino plays Jimmy Hoffa. He was the Teamsters president from 1957 until 1971. And he rose to the top in unions, and he was great. But he had a lot of ties to organized crime. Because of his connections to the mafia, it made it easy for him to find success and influence for unions. But it also fucked him because it attracted, obviously, attention from the law. And in 1967, he was convicted of fraud, bribery, and jury tampering. He was sentenced to 13 years in prison, but he only served about 4 of those 13 years, thanks to Richard Nixon. I guess he helped him get out or whatever.
Thanks, Richard.
But he did resign as president of this Teamsters while he was in prison. So in 1971, he gets released, and in 1975, he just disappears. I guess the last sighting or knowledge of him was on July 30th, 1975, and he was supposed to meet with some mafia people at a restaurant in Michigan that day. No one could find him. Finally, in 1982, he was finally officially pronounced dead, even though there was no body, no known whereabouts, no leads really. Like nothing came to fruition, right? No one could find him.
No body, no crime.
Yeah. Other than most people think that the mob had something to do with it. So where is he buried? Well, there are a few serious claims that have been taken into consideration over the years. In 2012, someone tipped off police that they had a neighbor who was a bookie for the mafia in Detroit. And on the day that Jimmy Hoffa disappeared, that bookie neighbor was mixing concrete in his driveway. So police did a ground scan of that driveway in Michigan. They found some stuff, but nothing came back to Jimmy Hoffa. A few years prior to that, police dug up a farm in Milford because they had a credible tip that his body was there, but it wasn't. I'm not kidding. There are a shit ton of people who have come out of the woodwork saying that they know what happened and where his body is. I guess a deathbed confession of a man said that Jimmy is buried under a landfill in New Jersey in a steel drum. The FBI checked it out and nothing. Another is that he was killed by the mob and then taken up into an airplane and pushed out into the Great Lakes. There's another running theory that he's buried underneath the Giant Stadium, which is a baseball stadium in New Jersey, which was busted by Mythbusters in the 90s. But the most current one, and why I talk about this, is there has been an investigation since last year that he's actually buried next to a Little League stadium in Milwaukee. A nonprofit group known as Case Breakers Group have been trying to find his grave. And in a statement they put out from The Independent says, quote, their search was aided by a dying police sergeant's scribbled instructions on an Ace of Spades playing card. They also said, quote, independent sources in 3 states convinced the volunteer investigators that CSI Forensics will reveal Hoffa's remains at a Little League field in the shadow of Milwaukee's MLB Stadium, the group stated. It goes on, they claim that Hoffa's body was moved from another location and secretly buried in 1995 under this old stadium's third base. The Little League field was built in 2002 in the middle of the car park that replaced the old stadium on site. The case breakers say that they used radar, which was blocked by an unexpected clay layer, and that they say indicates a dig at the site had been hurriedly excavated and backfilled. Okay. They also, I guess, brought in a cadaver dog named Moxie who alerted them to the same areas where the radar alerted them. And I went on the case breakers website because I was like, okay, well, did they find anything or not? And they put out a thing that says, quote, FYI 2024, the FBI, the Milwaukee PD, and the state's governor all received the CB18 page official Hoffa investigative report on their homepage. The extended Hoffa family, meanwhile, is eagerly standing by. So we could know in the upcoming months or years if they found finally his burial place.
Oh my God. I want you to do a part 2 with more of these.
I know, I love them.
I love it.
I have one more.
Okay, I guess I don't gotta wait.
A quick one. Genghis Khan.
I know him.
He's a big deal. He was the founder of the Mongol Empire, which is the largest land empire in history. It stretched from Asia to Europe. Anyway, to this day, no one knows where Genghis Khan is buried. He died in 1227 in modern-day China and was eventually buried in an unmarked grave. But the funeral of his was actually the most brutal funeral in history. He wanted his remains to be kept secret, much like Cleopatra. He wanted to avoid any chance that someone could come and desecrate it. So after he died, his soldiers had strict instructions to carry him back to Mongolia, but all of this was very secretive. And anyone who saw his kind of like funeral procession, not that it was like an official funeral procession, but just the soldiers carrying him back, was immediately killed by soldiers because they didn't want anyone knowing. So like if you were at the wrong place at the wrong time, you were being killed.
Damn.
So the soldiers get him back to his tomb and it's unmarked and everything, but the killing keeps happening. Apparently the people who built his tomb were killed because they knew the location. And I guess even the soldiers who carried him back and helped in the burial were also killed. Allegedly, 2,000 people died. They didn't want anybody to know anything.
Damn.
His likely grave location is in the mountains of Mongolia.
Wow.
We still don't know, though.
A mystery. I want to be a mystery when I die.
I know. No, I don't. I want people to come
no.
see me.
Yeah. Frozen in time.
Yes.
Oh my God, I love it.
Alrighty, well, should we take a little break?
Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, I'll tell you what had me spinning in my coffin this week. We'll be right back.
And we're back. Spencer, what had you spinning in your coffin this week?
All right, girly Geoffs. I was spinning not once, not twice, but 3 times in my coffin this week.
3's your lucky number.
It is, and this is definitely a one-off episode, but it's for a reason. So, sometimes we'll come across things and we're like, oh my God, this would be the perfect coffin spinner, but sometimes there's just not enough information to take it all the way.
Right.
Most of the time, we bank these topics for live shows because obviously we share so many stories on stage, but the touring's done for the year. And this week I decided I'm just gonna do a little 3 separate unrelated stories coffin spinner because they're all ones that I'm dying to talk about.
Wait, I love this.
I thought it'd be fun.
Yes.
And so I picked 3 stories and they're all random. So I'm going to let you pick. I numbered them 1 through 3. So you can pick a number between 1 and 3.
2.
Okay. Oh my God, this one made me cry. I cried when I heard about it, cried while I was writing it.
What?
We'll probably cry again. It's a very heartwarming story. It's like beautiful.
Girl, okay.
It really is. So I was talking to the champ the other night and he actually told me about this story from Australia. And back in 2018, these 2 penguins, Sven and Magic, both males, fell in love and it became like a love story for the ages.
They were gay?
Yeah.
Oh.
They met in 2018 after staff at the aquarium noticed that they were becoming super close.
Oh my.
They were like bowing at each other, I guess, and giving each other little gifts like pebbles.
Oh.
Which
Oh.
Some experts say is like the human equivalent of like a proposal.
Oh my God.
They end up building a nest of pebbles together, and the staff gives them a fake egg to see if they would take care of it as a couple, and they did. So they gave them a real egg from another penguin couple that had two,
Okay.
and they incubated it, and together they raised a baby chick named Svenjik, which was a combination of their names.
Oh my God.
And then in 2020, they fostered a baby chick named Clancy together. So they were just like the cutest
A
couple.
cutie family.
Well, unfortunately, Sven passed away in August. And this fucked me up for some reason. I guess they had to show magic Sven's body
Yeah.
because penguins who lose their spouse, otherwise they'll like walk around kind of aimlessly looking for it.
Well, I think all animals can comprehend death way better than humans. can.
Yeah.
Like I have told Cisco, like, if something happens to me,
Show the dogs.
show the dogs my body.
So Magic was shown the body, and then once he realized that his partner had passed away, he started singing. And then several other penguins in the colony all started like singing this song with him. Like,
We don't deserve animals.
we don't deserve animals. And I thought it was really cool because we've talked about animal grieving practices before, but just like the idea that this penguins were in love and that he sang a song when he died and that the other penguins in the colony were like singing along with him, it fucking wrecked me, dude.
Yeah.
And so Sven did live to be 12 years old, which is the average lifespan. And Magic, I guess, after his grieving and singing, he returned to normal and seems to be doing just fine.
Okay, well, good.
So there is a little happy ending there. They lived a long life.
Yeah.
But man, that got me.
Fuck, man.
Okay, moving on. So that was one story that I learned about this week.
Okay.
Still got two more choices. We did what, one, two?
Yeah, let's do one.
Let's do one. Okay. So this is something we actually talked about during our live shows during the fall this year. And a quick refresher for the Geoffs that weren't there. You talked specifically about learning about the fact that corpses can tan.
Yes, honey.
So in 2023, there was a study and paper done in the American Journal of Forensic Medicine and Pathology, and it looked at 3 different cases of post-mortem tanning. And we talked about this at the live shows too.
Uh-huh.
We know that bodies, especially mummies, they turn brown.
they look
and,
tan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not like this. This is completely different. So it looked at 3 different cases of post-mortem tanning. And in case 1, they looked at a frozen woman's body. And you know this already. But the body had developed this brown pigment transformation, aka tanning, on exposed skin after thawing, while areas covered by clothing remained unaffected. And so she got her little
Crazy.
farmer's tan. And they... What? Is that fucked up?
Yeah, no, it's true.
A male pedestrian was another body that they looked at. He was in a motor vehicle accident, and this case showed that tanning on exposed skin was caused by sun exposure due to bunched clothing while he had been laying in the sun for hours. And the case number 3, there was a male with a self-inflicted gunshot wound, which presented tanning on exposed skin due to rumpled clothing as well, indicating sun exposure before his body was retrieved. And this was all shown to have happened posthumously. So that study explained that tanning posthumously is a metabolic response to UV rays, which seems pretty impossible. And in lower climates, the metabolic pathways may have been preserved.
Yeah, so all of these happened in colder climates.
Yeah.
That preserved those metabolic pathways.
It's interesting. And it leads me to this story that has been making the headlines this week. And the headlines initially were giving Final Destination vibes because this happened at a Planet Fitness in Indianapolis just this month. Basically, one morning, somebody goes into the Planet Fitness, they open up a tanning bed, and inside is the body of 39-year-old Derek Sink, and he is deceased.
Oh, God.
It's a really sad situation. Also shocking because according to reports, he had been dead for 3 days.
Fuck. How did no one know?
How does that happen, right? Especially at a gym like Planet Fitness where I feel like people are in and out all day long. It's just weird.
It's the holidays.
Well, it's also the question that Derek's family were trying to get answers to and still are trying to get answers to, apparently. So far, Planet Fitness has only released a statement saying, quote, "We were deeply saddened by the passing of one of our members, and the franchise owner is working with local authorities in their investigation," McCall Goslin, Planet Fitness's chief corporate affairs officer, said in a November 12th statement to E! News. "At Planet Fitness, we have a robust operational brand protocols in place as the safety and well-being of our members is our top priority." And it's like, I don't know if they were upholding those protocols if someone was dead in a tanning bed for 3 days.
And we don't know this yet. Like, was he cooked?
No,
Did he have a heart attack?
My mind immediately was like, was he cooking in there? But which I feel like somebody would have found that a lot sooner. I don't think that was the case. It more so appears that he had actually been using drugs in the tanning bed because they found a needle next to his decomposing body. So they think he might have overdosed. And his family stated that he had a history of drug addiction. But more importantly, his mom stated that, he was a human being with value and worth, the kindest person with the softest heart.
Oh.
And it's really chilling to think about the fact that he was there for 3 days, though. That's what always fucks me up when you hear about stories. Remember we talked about recently that woman that was found in her office like days later?
Yeah. How?
Like at home, I get, because...
Right, but not in a public place.
Yeah.
It's disturbing, but you know what? A lot of it is we're all fucking thinking about our own things. We're all heads in our phones. We're all
heads up our asses.
Heads up our asses.
Yeah.
So true.
And a lady walked into me yesterday, just on her phone, just walked into me, and I'm like, girl, look up.
Right.
Could have been a telephone pole.
Yeah.
You have a gnarly bump on your head.
Ugh, what's happened to me?
Okay, this last story is absolutely wild. Number 3, there's this man, 45-year-old Ryan Borgward, just a cute family guy, husband, father of 3, and he is a local to Green Lake, Wisconsin. And back in August of this year, he takes a little me day, embarking on a solo fishing trip. The night of August 12th of this year, he texts his wife, tells her that he's like, "I'm turning my kayak around, I'm going to head to shore soon, and I'll see you tonight." But that night, he never arrives home. His family ends up contacting law enforcement because they're worried, obviously, that something terrible has happened because the last text is literally saying, "I'll see you tonight," and then he never showed up. And their suspicions only grew once it was discovered that his car, trailer, fishing rod, and wallet were all found at a nearby park. So he had nothing with him. Over the next 54 days, they unleashed cadaver dogs. They used search and rescue teams consisting of divers. They had drones, sonar, you name it, but his body was not found. Well, things took a wild turn a few weeks ago in October when investigators discovered his name had been checked by border officials in Canada on August 13th, the day after he was reported missing.
Uh-oh.
Now, get this. According to BBC, investigators then learned that, quote, Mr. Borgward had reported his passport lost or stolen and was issued a new one just before his disappearance.
Okay.
His previous passport was later recovered from his wife, indicating he may have traveled on the new document. Following this lead, officials conducted a digital forensic analysis of Mr. Borgward's laptop, and they found that he had taken out a $375,000 life insurance policy on himself and had transferred the funds to a foreign bank account, photographed his new passport, and then altered his email address before vanishing.
Wait, he transferred those funds somewhere to himself?
Yes. And after doing this, they discovered that he had replaced the laptop's hard drive and cleared his browser the day he disappeared. So he fucking did a full-on vanishing act.
Out.
Authorities also found indications that he may have traveled to a location in Europe, and they're continuing the investigation. And the sheriff's office told BBC they're evaluating the appropriate criminal charges that could include obstruction and fraudulent activity. And obviously it's using all those resources. It's such a waste of efforts.
Wait, did they find him?
No, he's he's gone.
Fuck.
Authorities said they're continuing to look for him. They think he's in Eastern Europe somewhere, I guess, and anyone who may have assisted him in faking his death and fleeing. They're like, maybe he wasn't on this alone.
Yeah, maybe he fell in love with someone.
Well, that's what I was going to say. What do we think, girls? Was this an affair? Was this a midlife crisis? But to be honest, as fucked as it is, I'm like, you know what? Better that than like a Scott Peterson or Chris Watts.
I was just thinking that. Yes.
If you're having flee, fake
Bye.
your own death.
Yeah.
I'd rather have you do that than murder your wife and
Yes.
children.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's where I'm at with that.
I'm like, okay, I think that's a way better option. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. I mean, you could just man up and be like, hey, I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving you. But
Yeah.
and
But
especially taking the life insurance, at least leave them with
that. But,
Whatever. Sayonara, buddy.
sayonara.
Oh, if someone faked their death to get away from me, you would never hear the end of it. I'd tell everyone.
Oh my God. I hope they find him and he's like in a wig and you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
disguise.
Well,
I mean, he really planned that, like changing his laptop hard drive and everything. It's a lot of effort.
I would be offended.
Oh.
I'd be like, you wanted to get away from me that bad. Okay.
I would have been like, I didn't care, actually. I would have been like, I'm coming to Europe too. Like Danielle on 90 Day Fiancé when Muhammad goes to Florida, remember? And she's like, there was only one thing to do. And she like packs her bag and she shows up in Florida.
A mess, man.
Fuck. Okay.
God.
That was my 3.
Oh, I love that. I love that so much. I feel like this is a really good coffin spinner theme that we should be using more because I feel like there's so many news articles that we sometimes don't incorporate in because we're like, okay, they're too short.
Yeah, they're not long enough.
I love that. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
Really fun.
All right. Well, looks like his wife should probably hold off on getting an obituary for him.
Yeah, or write a scathing one.
Why not?
Just say he's dead.
Speaking of, it's time to move into some obituaries. Who you got this week?
Alrighty, I have one that was written into us from a Geoff. Hello and howdy. I discovered your podcast a couple of months ago, which is a bummer because my mom would have loved it. She died this past December. My mom was a whole ass firecracker. She was beloved, a friend to many, and filled every room she entered. We all thought she'd live forever. She loved my trans daughter more than anything and is my hero. I wrote her obit in a fog. But looking back on it, I think I did her good. She wasn't traditional, and neither is her obituary. I hope you enjoy reading it. Constanza Barreto Ward died peacefully in her home, surrounded by family on December 7th, 2023. She was born on September 28th, 1946, in Bogota, Colombia. In the early 70s, she moved to Texas and called Dallas home, despite never getting the hang of saying y'all. Constanza was a firecracker in human form. Compassionate, selfless, funny, fearless, a shining example of how to be your own best advocate. She hated casseroles, and you were sure to find out if you ever invited her to a potluck. Constanza was predeceased by her parents, Cecilia and Alejandro Barreto, two of the best humans ever to have lived, and her first husband and friend, Al. She is survived by her husband, Randy, her daughter, Stephanie, and her grand teen, Izzy, who loved her fiercely and knew never to offer her mac and cheese. Constanza also leaves behind extensive family who adored her. Sisters Sylvia, Yolanda, Adriana, and Annabella, brother Mauricio, siblings-in-law Alberto, Alicia, Bill, and Luis Felipe, nieces Jennifer, Camilla, Irene, Julia, and then Emilia, nephews John and Gabriel, and adopted son-in-law Jason.
Aww.
Constanza danced her heart out with her Nia family for over 15 years and volunteered every week at Cathedral of Hope feeding the needy. She never missed an opportunity to flip a U-turn to hand a blessing bag to someone on the corner. Constanza was a fierce advocate for the LGBTQ community, loved bingo, knitting, and Colombian rummy, and was devoted to her rescue cats, Chester and Milton. Her death leaves a void in all of our hearts. No casseroles, please.
Rest in peace,
Rest in
girl.
peace.
Oh, I'm so sorry for the loss of
I
your mom.
know.
She sounds like a total sweetheart, and I feel like she would have loved the gay penguin story.
Oh, she would have loved it.
She would have loved it. Okay, I have a really good one this week for a man named Chuck Hip.
Ooh.
It says, Chuck Hip left this world for the next on Sunday, October 27th, 2024. He wanted to be buried in a coffee can, but his family felt like doing better by him, so here we are. He would have laughed at that line. Chuck was born in Cleveland, Ohio on December 30th, 1964, but grew up in the Wards Corner area of Norfolk. He was a wild man, an expert brick mason by day, thanks to his dad, and a hair-swinging, tight pants-wearing virtuoso guitar player by night, at least in his heavy metal younger years. In the 80s, he and his band struck out for California in hopes of making it big, and while a star was not born, not him anyway, he did manage to meet a few stars and feed himself by doing custom stonework on LA mansions. Again, thanks, Dad. Still, Chuck did not lack bravado. At one party, he spotted Lisa Marie Presley, wriggled his way over and asked for her phone number. He didn't get it. Back in Virginia, he met and married Janet in 1992, settled in York County, operated his own masonry business, roared around on a motorcycle, and joined a church where he put his gift with the guitar to work in the praise band. Chuck had his struggles, plenty of him. He was someone you could call if you needed anything. He was generous, tender-hearted, sarcastic, irreverent, full of laughter. He moved various family members' furniture so many times he began to think that the armoire was his. And he loved his boys. He taught them how to buy and trade pickups. Stop already. How much a tough guy can love a little lapdog, and how to be kind and work hard. And he also taught them how to keep loving someone even when they fail. Aww. He's survived by those boys, Evan and Andrew Hip, Evan's wife Mallory, and new bragging material grandson Dawson. Also, Chuck's dad, Al Hip, and two sisters, Tana Hip Martin and Nikki Weaver, plus numerous nieces and nephews. His dear mother, Kay, passed away in 2005. A viewing will be held on Saturday, and the service will be Sunday, with interment at a later date. Chuck would want you to come as you are, right? No funeral clothes. Instead of flowers, he'd probably want you to make a donation to his church, the Northside Christian in Yorktown. Chuck never stopped trying, never stopped reaching for God, and we believe he's at peace now. We found $87 in his nightstand. We're buying lottery tickets because maybe, just maybe, he accidentally left us $1 million.
Oh, I love that.
I thought that was such a good one.
That was a really good one. Really, really good one. Oh, what a cutie.
Love him.
That line about taught people how to love you even if you failed.
Sweet.
That's very sweet.
Sweet man. Sweet, sweet man. All right. Well, we have spun in our coffins.
We have bitched our obituaries, baby.
Means it's time for... Okay, ad-lib. Okay, ad-lib. Means it's time for some dumb...
ass
criminals. Who you got?
I have a real dumbass here. I could tell you about him, but I just love a news video.
A crime alert. The suspect behind bars accused of trying to steal a sports car from a parking garage in Miami Beach, and now we are seeing video of the moment he was caught and cuffed. Local 10's Cody Weddle joins us live with details. Cody.
And Louis, just a bizarre and shocking incident for this car owner. He says he came back to his vehicle in this garage behind me to find this man inside his car asking him for help to get out.
My brother, this is not your car. This is my car. But why are you in my car? No, you can't get out because you're calling the cops. And as I'm approaching my car, all of a sudden, I see an individual just pop out of like the underneath the seat area. He just popped up and he shocked me. And I was like, hey, what are you doing here?
Julio Solano stunned, he says, to walk back to his car after breakfast on Monday to find a man inside asking Solano for help to get out.
You calling the cops? What do you mean for what?
It happened on Monday morning at a Miami Beach parking garage located at Washington Avenue and 16th Street. Miami Beach police officers arriving and arresting the man, later identified as 33-year-old Ravesh Rabindranath.
It's probable cause.
Okay, so this guy sees a Corvette that's open, goes inside of it, and I guess this particular Corvette, like the make and model, it will lock unless you have the keys, like you can't get out, but there is an emergency like lever that you can pull at
But obviously he didn't know that.
the seat. But he didn't know it, and so he was locked inside there. He couldn't get out.
Girl, you couldn't pay me. I'd be pushing my head through that window, girl. Like, get
My
me
God.
out of here.
I'd be YouTubing like, how do I hotwire a Corvette?
Yeah. Oh, shit. Okay, well, I have one that is so crazy, Madison. 3 insurance claims. This is from KTLA 5. This happened here. 3 insurance claims involving a bear damaging luxury cars in California are now believed to be fraud after it was determined the culprit was actually a man in a costume.
What? Oh, costume? Like a bear costume?
Yes. Okay. So this
What?
It happened on at least 3 different occasions. Wait till you fucking see it. The suspects, Ruben Timrazian, 26, Ararat Jerkinian, 39, and Vahi Muradkanyan, 32, all of Glendale, and Alfia Zuckerman, 39, of Valley Village, have been charged with insurance fraud and conspiracy.
So what they would go into cars?
They would take their like bougie cars. So they have a 2010 Rolls-Royce Ghost, right?
Okay.
They drive it up to Lake Arrowhead and they would cause all this damage to it to get money to file an insurance claim. And there's video evidence they provide of like a bear breaking into the car and scratching it and stuff, but really it's a fucking person.
I mean, it's kind of smart.
Here's the bear costume.
Wow. How'd they find them out?
Well, so initially, like, they looked at the video, they're like, oh, yeah, there's, like, a bear in that car fucking it up. But after taking a closer look, investigators were able to determine the bear was a person in a bear costume.
Wow.
And they confirmed it. They contacted this biologist from the California Department of Fish and Wildlife who reviewed the footage and was like, yeah, that is very clearly a man in a bear suit. And so they provided a search warrant and they went and sure enough, at the home, they searched it and they found the bear costume and these like handheld claws they were using to make like fuck up the car. Damn. Which to me, that's a fucking dumbass. But
that is embarrassing. And now you have a fucked up car.
Oh, they also did it to a 2015 Mercedes G63 AMG and a 2022 Mercedes E350.
Wow.
The 4 suspects are accused of defrauding their insurance companies of more than $141,000.
Idiots.
Dumb.
You need a new car. You already have nice cars. Just sell them.
It's crazy.
Crazy. Wow.
Oh, God. It's crazy. Life is crazy.
Life is crazy.
Life is
beautiful.
Crazy. It's beautiful. It's messy, and you got to walk through the rain if you want to dance in the sun.
Oh, yeah. You got to go through the fire if you want to feel the heat of the burning loins.
Like a phoenix, we rise from the ashes. Girl, life is beautiful. It's crazy. It's mixed up and messed up, but we're all just artists.
We're all just doing it. We gotta love one another, okay?
Yeah, and so we're gonna go be artistic on Patreon. Okay, come join in. Okay, it's patreon.com/cultleader. And also, you can buy our book, Obituary, The Big Hot Book of Death, anywhere you buy books.
Oh my God, I gotta tell ya.
I read this thing.
No, we had people over this weekend, and I sent them all home with the book.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it. But next time, tell them to buy it, girl. I'm just kidding.
I know.
No, but really, we love our book, and I think it's the perfect stocking stuffer, so.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? So cute.
So cute. So, I think that's it for the week, but we will see you next week with some more coffin spinners.
And obituaries.
And dumb
ass criminals.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.